The sensation of injustice, that burning ember of resentment, is a universal human experience, a shared affliction that cuts across cultures and epochs. It gnaws at the soul, whispering insidious promises of retribution, a siren song that beckons us toward the dark shores of vengeance. Have you ever been so thoroughly and utterly dismissed, so casually discarded, that the very fabric of your self-worth seemed to unravel, leaving you adrift in a sea of self-doubt? This isn't merely a tale of petty workplace squabbles or minor grievances, the kind that dissipate with a shared laugh or a conciliatory gesture. No, this is a chronicle of a profound betrayal, a calculated dismissal that struck at the very heart of my professional identity, leaving me wounded and bewildered. It's the story of how my boss, a man drunk on his own perceived importance, a self-anointed emperor of his tiny corporate kingdom, made the fatal error of believing I was nothing more than a replaceable cog in his corporate machine, a faceless automaton devoid of ambition or agency. He saw me as a temporary asset, a mere tool to be discarded when no longer deemed useful, a disposable resource in his relentless pursuit of personal aggrandizement. Little did he suspect that his arrogant dismissal, his cavalier disregard for my contributions, would trigger a chain reaction, a domino effect that would ultimately lead to the collapse of his entire business empire, a crumbling edifice built on a foundation of hubris and deceit. So, the irony, the poetic justice lies in the fact that I didn't have to resort to any overt acts of sabotage or underhanded schemes, no Machiavellian plots or clandestine maneuvers. I didn't need to engage in the typical acts of revenge, the petty acts of spite that often define such narratives. My vindication was far more subtle, a testament to the inexorable workings of karma, a force that operates in the shadows, weaving its intricate tapestry of cause and effect, a silent architect of cosmic balance. So settle in, dear listener, and prepare to witness the unfolding of a narrative where justice is served, not through brute force or calculated malice, but through the silent, unwavering hand of fate, a force as inevitable as the tides and as constant as the stars. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how the universe has a way of balancing the scales, often in the most unexpected and satisfying ways, how the seeds of our actions, both good and bad, germinate and bloom, shaping our destinies in ways we can scarcely imagine. You'll witness the intricate dance of cause and effect, the delicate balance of the universe, and the quiet power of karma, a force that ensures that every action, no matter how small, has its consequence. The company, a nascent entity in the bustling landscape of small businesses, held a certain allure, a promise of growth and innovation, a beacon of opportunity in a sea of corporate conformity. It wasn't a monolithic corporation, a faceless entity churning out products and profits, a soulless machine devoid of human connection. Instead, it was a dynamic, evolving organism, a collection of individuals bound by a shared vision, a community of pioneers venturing into uncharted territory. I was among the pioneering members, one of the first to join the ranks, drawn by the prospect of building something from the ground up, of contributing to a venture that held the promise of transforming an industry. I poured my heart and soul into the job, dedicating countless hours, sacrificing personal time, and investing my intellectual capital to nurture its growth, to cultivate its potential, to see it flourish. The office, a modest space filled with the buzz of ambition, a hive of activity where dreams were forged and ideas were born, became my second home, a place where I felt a sense of purpose and belonging. I worked late into the night, fueled by caffeine and the relentless pursuit of progress, driven by a desire to see our vision realized. Weekends were often spent strategizing, brainstorming, and fine-tuning our approach, meticulously crafting our path to success. I even leveraged my personal network, bringing in clients who saw the potential in our fledgling enterprise. Clients who trusted my judgment and believed in our collective vision. Clients who were willing to take a chance on a nascent company. My boss, however, was a study in contrasts, a complex figure whose ambition was both his strength and his Achilles heel. He possessed an insatiable appetite for recognition, a relentless drive to bask in the glow of success, a hunger for accolades that bordered on obsession. Still, he was a master of self-promotion, adept at spinning narratives that cast him as the sole architect of our achievements, a virtuoso of self-aggrandizement. Yet, when it came to accountability, he was nowhere to be found. Quick to deflect blame and shift responsibility, a master of evasion and a virtuoso of scapegoating. His leadership style was a toxic blend of micromanagement and indifference, a constant barrage of criticism and empty praise, a relentless cycle of belittlement and flattery. The turnover rate was alarmingly high, a revolving door of disillusioned employees who couldn't stomach his abrasive demeanor, a testament to his toxic leadership. Yet, I persist. I clung to the belief that the company's potential outweighed the personal cost, that the promise of innovation justified the daily grind. I believed in the vision, in the transformative power of our work, in the potential to make a real difference. I believed that my dedication would be recognized, that my contributions would be valued, that my loyalty would be rewarded. This naive optimism, this unwavering faith, would soon be shattered, replaced by a bitter disillusionment that would forever alter my perception of the corporate world, a harsh awakening that would forever change my understanding of human nature. The morning began like any other, a routine ritual of coffee, emails, and the slow awakening of the office, a familiar cadence that provided a sense of normalcy. I walked in, the familiar scent of freshly brewed coffee filling the air, a momentary respite from the impending chaos, a comforting aroma that usually signaled the start of another productive day. I settled into my chair, the ergonomic design offering a brief sense of comfort, a fleeting moment of physical ease, and began to sift through the morning's correspondence, a mundane task that usually held no surprises. Then I saw it, an email with a subject line that sent a chill down my spine, a digital missive that carried the weight of a death sentence. Notice of termination. The words were stark, devoid of emotion, a cold, calculated dismissal that stripped away any pretense of human connection, a clinical pronouncement that severed my ties to the company. The message was brief, impersonal, a mere formality. Your services are no longer required. Effective immediately. No explanation, no justification, no acknowledgement of my years of service, no recognition of my dedication. I felt a surge of disbelief, a wave of nausea that threatened to overwhelm me, a physical manifestation of the emotional shock. I reread the email, searching for a hidden meaning, a glimmer of hope that it was a mistake, a clerical error, a cruel joke. But the words remained unchanged, a stark testament to my abrupt dismissal, a cold, unyielding reality. I rose from my chair, a sense of disorientation washing over me, a feeling of being untethered, of being adrift in a sea of uncertainty, and walked towards my boss's office, a journey that felt like a descent into the abyss. The walk felt like an eternity. Each step a painful reminder of the betrayal I had just experienced, each footfall a heavy thud against the carpeted floor. I entered his office, the sterile environment a stark contrast to the emotional turmoil raging within me, the cold, impersonal space a reflection of his own emotional detachment. I confronted him, seeking answers, demanding an explanation. His response delivered with a detached air of indifference, a tone that suggested he was discussing the weather, was a masterclass in corporate doublespeak, a symphony of platitudes and evasions. It's just business, nothing personal. The phrase, a hollow platitude, echoed in the silence, a testament to the dehumanizing nature of corporate decision-making, a chilling reminder of the transactional nature of employment. Just business. After years of dedicated service, after countless sacrifices, after pouring my heart and soul into the company, the irony was palpable, the hypocrisy glaring, the injustice undeniable. And to add insult to injury, he revealed his decision to replace me with his nephew, a complete novice with no relevant experience, a neophyte who had never worked a day in his life. Nepotism, that insidious form of favoritism, had triumphed over merit and dedication, a stark reminder of the power of familial ties over professional competence. I left his office, the weight of humiliation pressing down on me, a sense of injustice burning in my gut, a feeling of being betrayed and discarded. But amidst the anger and disappointment, a flicker of defiance ignited within me, a premonition that something was about to change, a sense that the scales of justice would soon be balanced, a quiet confidence that my story was far from over. The initial shock of my dismissal, that crushing wave of disbelief and betrayal, began to recede, replaced by a profound sense of disorientation, a feeling of being adrift in a sea of uncertainty. I found myself unmoored without a job, without a clear direction, without the familiar structure that had defined my days. The safety net I had assumed was there, woven from years of dedication and hard work, had vanished, leaving me exposed and vulnerable. The days that followed were a blur of anxiety and introspection, a period of grappling with the sudden upheaval in my life. I replayed the events in my mind, searching for clues, trying to understand the rationale behind my boss's decision. Was it a miscalculation? A moment of impulsive cruelty? Or was it something more calculated, a deliberate act of disregard? But the more I thought about it, the more I realized that there was no logic, no justification, only a cold, calculated act of betrayal, a stark demonstration of his lack of empathy. The silence in my apartment was deafening, a stark contrast to the bustling energy of the office I had left behind. The constant hum of computers, the ringing of phones, the murmur of conversations, all replaced by an unsettling quiet. I found myself staring at the ceiling, replaying conversations, analyzing every word, every gesture, trying to find a hidden meaning in the chaos. I felt a sense of isolation, a feeling of being cut off from the world, as if a vital connection had been severed. Then something extraordinary happened, a series of events that would forever alter the course of my life. The clients I had cultivated, the relationships I had nurtured, began to reach out. They had heard about my dismissal, and they were outraged. They didn't see me as a disposable employee, a mere cog in a corporate machine. They saw me as a trusted partner, a valued collaborator, someone who had consistently delivered results and exceeded expectations. They had placed their faith in me, not in the company. Their loyalty was unwavering, a testament to the strength of the relationships I had built. The first call came from a client I had worked with for years, a seasoned professional who valued integrity and competence. His voice was filled with indignation. "I can't believe what they did," he said, his tone laced with anger. "You were the heart and soul of that company. We don't want to work with them if you're not there." He paused, then asked, "What's your next move?" The question hung in the air, a challenge and an opportunity, a spark of hope in the darkness. The calls continued, a symphony of support, a chorus of encouragement. Each conversation reinforced the same message. My clients believed in me, they trusted me, they wanted to continue working with me, regardless of where I was employed. They saw the value I brought to the table, the expertise I offered, the dedication I demonstrated. It was a turning point, a moment of clarity, a realization that my value wasn't defined by my job title or my employer. It was defined by my relationships, by the trust I had earned, by the impact I had made. The outpouring of support was overwhelming, a testament to the power of human connection. Clients who had been merely professional contacts became allies, advocates, and friends. They offered not only their continued business, but also their encouragement, their advice, and their unwavering belief in my abilities. It was a moment of epiphany that propelled me towards a new path, a path of independence and entrepreneurship, a journey into the unknown. I began to see my dismissal not as a setback, but as an opportunity, a chance to break free from the constraints of corporate bureaucracy and build something of my own. I made a decision, a bold leap of faith, to start my own business, to build something that reflected my values, my vision, and my commitment to excellence. I would create a company where integrity, collaboration, and respect were not just buzzwords, but guiding principles. I would build a company where employees were valued, clients were cherished, and success was measured not just in profits, but in the positive impact we made on the world. The decision to start my own business, while exhilarating, was also daunting. The initial euphoria of support from my former clients began to give way to the stark realities of entrepreneurship. I was no longer just an employee. I was now the CEO, the CFO, the marketing director, and the janitor, all rolled into one. The sheer scope of responsibilities was overwhelming, a stark contrast to the structured environment I had left behind. My apartment, once a sanctuary of quiet solitude, was transformed into a makeshift office. The dining table became my desk, the living room my conference room, and the spare bedroom my storage space. The constant hum of my laptop, The ringing of my cell phone and the stacks of paperwork created a chaotic symphony of entrepreneurial activity. I spent countless hours researching, planning, and laying the groundwork for my new venture. I navigated the intricacies of business registration, legal compliance, and financial management. The process was daunting, a labyrinth of bureaucratic hurdles and regulatory requirements, but I was fueled by a sense of purpose, a determination to succeed. The initial challenge was to create a solid business plan, a roadmap that would guide my venture from its nascent stages to sustainable growth. I spent days and nights analyzing market trends, identifying target clients, and developing a unique value proposition. I consulted with mentors, sought advice from experienced entrepreneurs, and immersed myself in the world of business strategy. I learned to write proposals, negotiate contracts, and manage cash flow. I learned to wear many hats, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to embrace the uncertainty of the entrepreneurial journey. One of the most significant challenges was securing funding. I had some savings, but they were far from sufficient to cover the startup costs. I explored various options from small business loans to angel investors. I learned to pitch my business idea, to articulate my vision, and to demonstrate the potential for profitability. I faced rejections, endured skepticism, and learned to persevere in the face of adversity. Eventually, I secured a small loan from a local bank, enough to cover the initial expenses and get my business off the ground. Building a brand was another crucial aspect of my entrepreneurial journey. I wanted to create a company that reflected my values, my commitment to quality, and my dedication to client satisfaction. I spent weeks brainstorming names, designing logos, and crafting a compelling brand message. I wanted to create a brand that resonated with my target audience, that conveyed a sense of professionalism, integrity, and innovation. I invested in a professional website, created social media profiles, and developed marketing materials that showcased my expertise and highlighted my unique selling points. Word of my new venture spread quickly, carried on the winds of client loyalty and professional respect. The clients who had followed me from my previous company became the foundation of my new business. They trusted my expertise, valued my dedication, and believed in my vision. They were not just clients, they were advocates, ambassadors, and partners in my success. Soon, former colleagues, individuals who had witnessed my boss's toxic leadership firsthand, began to reach out. They were drawn to my vision of a more collaborative, equitable, and supportive work environment. They wanted to be part of something meaningful, something that valued their contributions and respected their individuality. Assembling a team of talented and dedicated professionals was essential to my success. I sought individuals who shared my passion for excellence, my commitment to client satisfaction, and my desire to build a company that made a positive impact. I conducted interviews, reviewed resumes, and assessed skills, but I also looked for individuals who possessed integrity, empathy, and a strong work ethic. I wanted to create a team that was not just competent, but also cohesive, collaborative, and supportive. We worked tirelessly building our reputation, establishing our brand, and delivering exceptional results. Our success was rapid and undeniable. We quickly outpaced my former boss's company, attracting new clients and expanding our reach. The contrast between our thriving business and my former boss's declining fortunes was stark, a testament to the power of integrity and the consequences of hubris. The initial momentum of my new business was exhilarating, a surge of energy that propelled us forward. We quickly established a rhythm, a dynamic flow of activity that balanced client needs with internal operations. Our team, a carefully curated blend of talent and dedication, worked seamlessly together, each member contributing their unique skills and perspectives. We fostered a culture of open communication, collaboration, and mutual respect, a stark contrast to the toxic environment I had left behind. We invested in technology, streamlined our processes, and focused on delivering exceptional service. We listened to our clients, anticipated their needs, and went above and beyond to exceed their expectations. We built a reputation for reliability, integrity, and innovation. Word of our success spread through word of mouth referrals, online reviews, and industry publications. We attracted new clients from diverse sectors, expanding our reach and diversifying our portfolio. As our business grew, we moved from my apartment to a small office space, a tangible symbol of our progress. The new space was bright, modern, and filled with a sense of optimism. We decorated it with artwork, plants, and comfortable furniture, creating a welcoming and inspiring environment. We invested in ergonomic workstations, state-of-the-art equipment, and collaborative meeting spaces. We wanted our employees to feel valued, comfortable, and motivated. We implemented flexible work arrangements, offered competitive benefits, and provided opportunities for professional development. We recognized the importance of work-life balance, and we encouraged our employees to take time off, pursue their passions, and prioritize their well-being. We fostered a culture of learning where employees were encouraged to share their knowledge, experiment with new ideas, and take on new challenges. Meanwhile, my former boss's company began to unravel. Clients, disillusioned by his leadership and drawn to our superior service, abandoned him in droves. They complained about his lack of responsiveness, his arrogance, and his inability to deliver on his promises. His reputation, once a symbol of his self-proclaimed brilliance, became a liability, a red flag that warned potential clients away. The nephew he had so readily installed in my place proved to be a disastrous appointment, a testament to the dangers of nepotism. He lacked the experience, the acumen, and the leadership qualities necessary to steer the company through turbulent times. He made a series of poor decisions, alienated key clients, and demoralized employees. He was a symbol of my boss's misplaced priorities, a stark reminder of his belief that familial ties could trump competence. Internal morale plummeted as employees, demoralized by the company's decline and disillusioned by their leaders' incompetence, sought opportunities elsewhere. The once vibrant office, now a shadow of its former self, became a breeding ground for resentment and despair. The atmosphere was thick with tension, anxiety, and distrust. Employees whispered about layoffs, unpaid invoices, and the company's impending demise. My boss, once the epitome of self-assuredness, was now a figure of desperation, his attempts to salvage his failing business proving futile. He resorted to desperate measures, slashing prices, making empty promises, and engaging in increasingly erratic behavior. He blamed his employees, his clients, and the economy for his misfortunes. He refused to acknowledge his own mistakes, his own arrogance, and his own incompetence. He tried to poach our clients, spread rumors about our business, and even threatened legal action. But his efforts were in vain. His reputation was tarnished, his credibility was shattered, and his attempts to sabotage our success only served to highlight his own desperation. The contrast between our thriving business and his declining fortunes was stark, a testament to the power of integrity and the consequences of hubris. We focused on building relationships, delivering value, and fostering a positive work environment. He focused on self-promotion, short-term gains, and maintaining control. 1 year after my dismissal, the inevitable occurred. My former boss was forced to shut down his company, a victim of his own arrogance and short-sightedness. The closure was a public spectacle, a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked hubris and the importance of treating people with respect. The news of his downfall spread quickly, a testament to the interconnectedness of the business world. The irony was not lost on anyone. The man who had dismissed me as a replaceable cog had ultimately become a victim of his own dismissive attitude. The closure of his company was not a moment of gloating for me. It was a moment of reflection, a reminder of the fragility of success and the importance of humility. I understood that his downfall was not just a result of his own actions, but also a reflection of the systemic issues that plague the corporate world, the relentless pursuit of profit, the disregard for human connection, and the tendency to prioritize short-term gains over long-term sustainability. The story of my boss's downfall is not merely a tale of personal vindication, a simple narrative of good versus evil. It's a parable about the true nature of power. Power, a lesson in the importance of humility and the enduring value of human connection. It's a reflection on the choices we make, the values we uphold, and the legacy we leave behind. Many believe that power resides in titles, positions, or material wealth. They equate authority with control, believing that they can manipulate and exploit others to achieve their goals. They see people as resources to be managed, tools to be used, and obstacles to be overcome. But true power, the kind that endures, is rooted in trust, respect, and genuine relationships. It's built on a foundation of integrity, empathy, and a commitment to serving others. It's about empowering others, fostering collaboration, and creating a positive impact. My boss, blinded by his own ego, failed to recognize this fundamental truth. He believed that he could wield his authority like a weapon, discarding people as if they were disposable tools. He underestimated the power of human connection, the strength of loyalty, and the enduring impact of his actions. He forgot that businesses are not built on arrogance and manipulation. They are built on people, on the collective effort of individuals who share a common purpose. He failed to cultivate a culture of respect, to foster a sense of belonging, and to recognize the value of his employees' contributions. He treated them as mere resources, as means to an end, rather than as valued partners in his enterprise. He forgot that every interaction, every decision, every action leaves an imprint, shaping the perception of others and influencing the course of events. His arrogance created a ripple effect, alienating clients, demoralizing employees, and ultimately leading to his downfall. His focus on self promotion and short term gains blinded him to the long term consequences of his actions. He failed to invest in his employees, to build a sustainable business model, or to foster a culture of innovation. He prioritized his own ego over the well being of his company, his employees, and his clients. In contrast, my success was built on a foundation of trust and respect. I prioritized relationships, valued my clients, and empowered my team. I understood that my success was inextricably linked to the success of those around me. I fostered a culture of collaboration where ideas were valued, contributions were recognized, and individuals felt empowered to reach their full potential. I believed in the power of shared purpose, in the collective wisdom of a team, and in the transformative impact of genuine human connection. I understood that building a successful business was not just about making a profit, but also about making a difference. I focused on creating a positive impact on my employees, my clients, and the community. I learned that true leadership is not about control, but about influence. It's not about dominance, but about collaboration. It's not about self aggrandizement, but about service. It's about building relationships, fostering trust, and creating a culture where everyone feels valued and respected. I also learned that humility is not a weakness, but a strength. It's about recognizing our own limitations, acknowledging our mistakes, and learning from our experiences. It's about being open to feedback, being willing to change, and being grateful for the contributions of others. The lesson extends beyond the realm of business. It's a lesson about how we treat each other, how we build relationships, and how we create a better world. It's a reminder that our actions have consequences, that our choices matter, and that our legacy is defined by the impact we make on others. This experience taught me the importance of integrity, empathy, and resilience. It taught me that setbacks can be opportunities, that adversity can be a catalyst for growth, and that success is not just about achieving goals, but about living a life of purpose and meaning. It reinforced the notion that every person deserves to be treated with respect, and that true success is found in lifting others as you rise. Reflecting on this experience, I'm reminded of the countless individuals who have faced similar situations, who have been underestimated, dismissed, or betrayed. The corporate landscape is littered with stories of talent overlooked, potential squandered, and loyalty repaid with indifference. Perhaps you, dear listener, have experienced such a moment, a time when your worth was questioned, your contributions were minimized, or your loyalty was taken for granted. It might have been a boss, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger who sought to diminish your value, to cast you in a lesser light, to undermine your confidence. The sting of such experiences can linger, leaving a residue of doubt and resentment, a lingering sense of injustice that gnaws at the soul. It can erode our self-belief, cloud our judgment, and make us question our own worth. But remember, your worth is not defined by the opinions or actions of others. It's inherent, intrinsic, and unwavering. It's rooted in your character, your values, and your unique contributions to the world. And while the desire for revenge may be tempting, a natural human response to injustice, the most potent form of retribution is often success. Not the fleeting, superficial success measured in material wealth or social status, but the enduring success rooted in personal growth, professional fulfillment, and meaningful relationships. It's about transforming adversity into opportunity, using setbacks as stepping stones, and emerging stronger and more resilient than before. It's about building a life that reflects your values, honors your integrity, and celebrates your unique contributions. It's about creating a legacy that extends beyond your own achievements, a legacy that inspires and empowers others. And trust me, karma has a way of balancing the scales. It operates in the shadows, weaving its intricate tapestry of cause and effect, ensuring that every action has a consequence, whether immediate or delayed, whether overt or subtle. It may not be immediate, it may not be overt, but it's inevitable. The universe has a way of restoring equilibrium, of ensuring that justice prevails, even when it seems elusive. So, if you find yourself in a situation where you're underestimated or dismissed, don't despair. Don't waste your energy on bitterness or resentment. Instead, focus on your own growth, on building your own success, on creating a life that reflects your true potential. Let your success be your revenge, your vindication, your testament to the enduring power of resilience and the unwavering hand of karma. Let it be a beacon of hope for others who have faced similar challenges, a reminder that they too can overcome adversity and achieve their dreams. And remember, the greatest satisfaction comes not from seeing others fail, from knowing that you have risen above adversity, that you have triumphed over challenges, and that you have created a life that is truly meaningful. This journey has taught me that the most valuable assets we possess are our relationships, our integrity, and our resilience. It has taught me that true success is not about climbing the corporate ladder or accumulating wealth, but about building a life of purpose, meaning, and connection. It has taught me that the most powerful force in the universe is not power or control, but love and compassion. If you've resonated with this story, if you've found inspiration in its message, then please take a moment to share it with others. Hit that like button, subscribe for more stories of resilience and triumph, and leave a comment below. Share your own experiences with karma at work, your own tales of overcoming adversity, your own insights into the enduring power of human connection. Your stories matter, your experiences are valuable, and your voices deserve to be heard. By sharing our stories, we create a community of support, a network of inspiration, and a collective force for positive change. We remind each other that we are not alone, that we are capable of overcoming any challenge, and that we have the power to create a better world. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I look forward to sharing more stories with you in the future. Until then, remember, your worth is immeasurable, your potential is limitless, and karma always finds a way. Now, let's go out there and make a difference.